Hello everyone, I'm back. Gonna do another video. I'm absolutely procrastinating from tidying my house right now, so I thought I'd just do a video. It's been 10 months since the last one. I've actually just previously recorded this, but the audio on it's just terrible. The mic's just not loud enough in comparison to the bloody game volume, which is just... I don't know what the deal is with it. Like, you just can't seem to control it that much. It always ends up so bloody loud. I'm not too sure if there's anything else I can do to turn it down. It's just always loud, this bloody game. Okay, so this map's flats. And there's 16 nerf, for each player, and there's lure. So the quicker you get on the lure here, the quicker you can get to T2. You can see that I'm absolutely on it, but you'll see some players that just aren't. Like IpMan here, he's just got the nerfs. It is enough to sustain just the command center, but the quicker you get onto the additional food, the quicker you can build up that surplus to T2 and get your tech out. So Xistenz and Risk here, both absolutely getting their lure quickly. You can see Sab as well, and RVA. So it's just a handful of players that are not really doing it. But the quicker you do it, the quicker you can T2. So we'll see carbon processors slowly come out now. It's going to be a little bit of downtime, but it should be quite quick T2s from everyone, and hopefully, quick, good aggression there. So I'll speed it up a little bit just to make it through this sort of early game. The teams that we've got here seem to be myself, Sab, the wee Ukrainian boy, I think. We've got RVA, the Rusky. And we've got Lazy here on the wing. Opposite his wing, we've got IpMan. Not too sure who he is. We've got Risk, that's Dave on the Republic there. We've got Unholy playing Naboo, and we've got Xistenz on the Confederacy. He's that AoE player that kicked about for a wee bit. So these two are our wings. We'll probably see some aggression out of Xistenz and Sab, and IpMan and Lazy. Would it be expected that Risk, Unholy, myself and RVA would go T3 and get the sort of tech units out there to support our boys in the wing. See the carbon processor's gone down. We've hit that surplus food. We've got into the Nova there. Seems to have hit T2 at like 600 food, a little bit over the top there. Could have gone T2 a lot quicker. Could have had like a 6-minute T2 if we were paying proper attention. I don't know if anyone else has really gone up yet. Seems like everyone's just playing a little bit too slow. It's really hard to click the correct place on the mini-map with this mouse. Seems like he's missing his Toronto here, a bit strange. We've got some Cadus here as well, that's lovely. We're hitting T2 now with a ton of food, so we're going to have a really quick T3 I think, because we've got the resources to just get one of our T3 buildings there. Lazy, he's the Rebel Alliance, so he can get out speeders in this game, so he's going to be pretty good for our team. We want to turtle up against mech aggression. It seems like there's a bit of a crazy build coming out of IpMan here though. He's forwarded him with his troop center. It's going to be absolutely rumbled as he escorts his Banthas home that he seems to have stolen from from IpMan there. But then he's going to meet these 3 trooper recruits and going to lose his scout here if he doesn't move it in the next 1 second. No, it's gone. He's getting his own troop centres out for defence, and he's going to try and complete his wall off here. I expect with these 5 workers that have come with this that he's going to be doing some bit of turret rushing, and you can see the ore there as well. I myself going to T3. Probably not the best decision from him, because as soon as I hit T3 I'm going to be able to support Lazy here, and this is dead, and he's going to have absolutely nothing to defend himself at home from aggression there. 2 wee seconds, I'm going to absolutely kill Game Ranger. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of these little notifications from these scrubs that open the same game room every 5 seconds. Oh, that is just wonderful. Thank you, Windows. Thanks, go away. As I was saying, crazy wee rush here. Here comes the turret that we talked about. He seems to have knocked his own workers out there with a placement, but he should get that up because he's got his troopers to defend it, and they're also troopers where these were just recruits. They've only just gone up now. So he's got a bit of a trooper advantage, and he's got the turret out. He just needs to keep his forces together and just look for that one chance to smash his army. However, I've already got a strike mech out, which is going to stop this push dead in its tracks, because what you would want to do is snake round to sort of cut off his carbon. But because of the way that this wall's been designed, you can't go from the left hand side. The big brain play though would have been to just put your troopers here, and put a turret here, and this is over. Like, where can you go? You can go here, and then you can just snake your units around. But good in theory, poor in execution here from IpMan, I think. And I just don't think this was the right map and the right time for it. If this was a lower food map, this would have been a much better build, but higher food, quicker tech times, quicker these units come out and just absolutely ruin this for you. Now, all the troopers are dead. All you have to do is just knock these down with workers, but I don't see any workers being pulled here. As you can see, I'm screaming at them to worker bash it. In terms of the other side of the map, not really much going on. I don't think any. I think that's just Risk hit T3 now. He's the second or third player, him and Unholy. Pretty slow tech times from them. It's not that I'm fast. I think they've just been slow this game. This aggression's completely petered out, and now he's going to have nothing at home to defend. He's not even got defensive turrets. I don't know why he didn't eat these Philumpa sets. Instead, he's got these 5 farms. He could eat that right now, and it would be better than what he's doing. I'm going to start putting a bit of counter aggression straight onto Risk because he's just hit T3, and I'm hoping to pressure him and stop him getting his own aggression out. Because he's Republic, he's going to go air, and we can see that he's built 2 air bases. He has built a mech destroyer quite early here, just to defend himself. But we're gonna take his workers off the Nova there and just slow his aggression down, because he's not building that second air base yet. And he's not going to be able to afford, you know, like additional fighters as of yet. Unholy seems to be doing the same sort of build here, but just more focused against getting more command centers out. So it looks like he's maybe trying to boom his way up into just getting a sort of faster T4 to help his team that way. Xistenz says he's got 2 scouting Nixu going over there. Not too sure what that's about, but he seems to have walled his base off. And then he still built 2 mech destroyers rather than just get a command center here. I'm not too sure what the point of that is, because he's just wasting a lot of carbon early on when he could just have it in something a bit more useful. You know, this could still be a defensive position with a command center, and then you could just build the mech destroyers on demand, because it doesn't look like there's been a lot of aggression out of Sab. It seems what aggression he has just been confused by this wall, and he seems to have been just standing there for a wee bit shooting the prefabs. He's finally coming around now, but you know, you could be building a mech destroyer while you watch these come around. And then he stopped again to hit a prefab shell. He's just taking his ages to get into the space. Aggression just being put onto IpMan here just to punish him. He's got 1 turret, but these workers are just not mining now. He's just not really in this game. You can see that RVA has slid in with his strike mechs as well now. You know, he's getting the damage in. 2 of us are just doing as much work as we can just to be aggressive here, keep these players down. I'm still standing out even more, but I seem to have been getting hit with air here. Forced myself to build a spaceport to get an anti-air turret built to sell some resources. We can see that Lazy, he's not really getting too much done as of yet. He seems to be just recovering from what happened to him, I guess. He's probably going to end up getting hit with the air as well, which is going to cause him a bit of a problem. RVA just doing a bit of light booming. He's just still getting his aggression down. Just taking turns to sort of whittle Risk down here and kill workers. But he's starting to get his command centers up, which is going to help him slide back into that game. Unholy's got his 3 command centers, but his economy's still yet to sort of pick up. He hasn't really built any units to help his team. Sab just putting on the aggression again, which tends to really just be running over here and then running away. He's not really done too much here on this side. I think we're finally this is gonna be like the final nail in the coffin here for IpMan. Losing a lot of workers. And Unholy has sent a mech destroyer over, which is good. Risk sort of needs to get his economy going again. I think he lost quite a lot in the aggression that he experienced. I myself, I'd really like to see a bit more command centers out here. I'd like to see one here, I'd like to see one here, and just sort of build a ton of workers while we're doing this bit of aggression and just get, you know, really far ahead, because we don't seem to really be getting counter-attacked here, except for that air from Risk. There's just been not a lot out of them. Here's Xistenz trying a bit of a skirmish over onto our side, but it's not been too much. Asking if anyone's hit Xistenz, but I guess Sab's done, you know, what, running over here and running back, but he sort of hit himself with how defensive he's playing. It doesn't seem like that big of a threat. Definitely a ton of strike mech raiding this game. Nobody seems to really be thinking about going T4 air, just about getting the aggression in. There's RVA now hitting onto Xistenz, but he's still got those two mechs just sitting there. He's getting those command centers finally up now as well. Get his boom on the go. This is a really annoying mechanic where you just get a message every 5 seconds about it. Believe me, it would have been more annoying in the previous version of this where the volume's too loud. Sab's got some mech destroyers here. He can do a bit of a push. We can maybe send some units to go and support him. And see if we can just get a bit more damage done onto orange, because this side's definitely hurting. You know, it's not really getting what it wants done here. So sending my strike mechs here, we can absolutely win this if we just focus the mech destroyers down. It's just the strike mechs hitting the mech destroyers. Micro Sab, Jesus. That's him finally hitting the mech destroyer with his mech destroyer, but he could have had 2 because he's lost the other one during all that. And these strike mechs are actually going to hold quite strong, just with upgrades. We did kill all those workers though, going for the command center, so there's that, and that stops him securing up this Nova for quite some time. Unholy's on the air. Risk's got a bit of air, but he just seems to really be trying to just boom back into this game. He's having a bit of a shocker here, because he's been doing this for a wee while, and it doesn't really look like things have picked up for him. And a lot of the aggression is just sort of focused now on Unholy and Xistenz. And maybe just making sure IpMan's, you know, dead, just showing up at his house and giving him a wee kick in the face every now and again. We can see that Unholy's got a very open base with a lot of workers, so a lot of opportunity to clip workers there. Whereas Risk, you know, he's right up against the wall, Xistenz as well, and IpMan has at least got like the turret and stuff, you know, kicking about. With Unholy, you just sort of dance around his base and just shoot a worker, shoot a worker, shoot a worker, and it's just undermining everything he's been working. So hard to build. Got RVA doing the same, so as I pull everything to the top, he's coming into the bottom, just to make sure that none of those workers really get ungarrisoned, and his economy is just on a sort of standstill for quite some time. So while all this is happening, we're getting a bit of a lag there with a sort of hardware acceleration. Some more command centers coming out. Getting to that time where I could really afford T4, but you better believe that I won't be doing that for a while. Probably just forgotten, not out of choice. RV is getting a decent economy going, so Xistenz, I wouldn't say Sab and Lazy are, they're not really getting much done at the moment. He's got some mounties and stuff just clearing out buildings. We've thrown units into Risk space just to get some damage in. Seems to be quite a lot of workers being garrisoned. Not a lot going on in there. You can see that I've got the resources for T4, but it's just not happening. I do have 3 mech factories now, just pumping out strike mechs. Would really like to see sort of T4 strikes come out of me here, and just keep the aggression going all game, while we just sort of boom behind it. We got a speeder for support here from Lazy, that's good, for killing like mech destroyers and stuff. Be nice if you had a bit more of them out and just sort of patrolled and helped with these pushes, because, you know, you kill those mech destroyers, you can absolutely cause mayhem in the bases there. RVA as well, still committing to the aggression. I don't think he's been making too many strike mechs as of late, but these are just the ones that he's already had. He's just been running them around. We're sort of rallying strikes over here, and we're getting a forward finally built, which is great. I do feel like we don't play this map well enough. I feel like at this point we should really be just, you know, shoving our dicks into the map and just taking up all these resources, cutting off these areas, and then this should just be like a no man's land down the middle. I think the wars have sort of started again on Sab and Xistenz's side. You can see him pushing in with these units, but RVA is there to support, and they've got the artillery AoE damage as well, so they should win this. But I think he's starting to build a forward here. Unholy's having a really bad time. There's just a lot of aggression going down here. Strike mechs are just being rallied from the other side of the map from myself. RVA is running in with his. We're still doing a bit of damage here to risk just to distract them. I think we're just worried about them going T4 air. It's probably the only thing that could really ruin this game for us. So keeping the aggression on those two people that can really do it, keeping them off of Nova, stopping them getting their economies going to be able to support it is just great. We've got that forward just being built now. We need to get a bit more thing. We need to get a fort there and some mech factories, I think. Huge amount of strikes coming in from me. I can afford to go T4 twice now and I haven't done it. I'm not too sure what's going on there. Looks like we're getting research centres and war centres just to get the upgrades going. Lazy's starting to build forward. Unholy is just having a horrible time clearing these from his base. He seems to have lost his bombers. Going into risk space now to put some pressure on, just killing his mech destroyers. Really frustrating for him. You know, this constant aggression. It looks like RVA's got this crazy one glurg trying to build this fort. I wonder if he's going to manage to do it. No, he's not being focused. I think the pummels killed it too quickly there. Bad times for him there. Got the mech destroyers and the strike mechs. They're upgraded. He has Gungans, so his are a lot better overall. It's a 7+4. I think he could get a bit more damage on that, I think. Not too sure about the pummels here. Be better with the artillery. Confederacy, really good artillery. It would really help just counter these units as well and just do a slow push. Is that Lazy asking me to pull my strikes over to imagine his speeders? No, it's anti-air turret, anti-air troopers, and then a fort from Dave, which is just going to kill everything. So he's losing all his air. He still manages to kill a bunch of them. Really, I've got four times the amount of resources required to go to T4. Please go to T4, please. I've got the buildings and everything, I'm pretty sure. What am I doing? Come on. This is ridiculous. Must be too busy microing these units, just running around with these strike mechs. There's the old war going on over here. This is the Cold War. Pummel's just being rallied into this base here, taking down Sab's buildings. RV a little bit slow to react. All this really is doing is just weakening Sab. He needs to react a little bit faster. Doesn't help with this, all these trees in the way as well, so stop him getting a good arc here. Oh, I'm finally going to T4. Spectacular. Pummels are going to die really quickly against mech destroyers. They're just not a great shout. If he'd gone like heavy weapons, you know, if he'd gone artillery, he would have had a slower push here. But it'd be harder to remove him from that position, and he could get a shield up behind it. Sab, being the nutter he is just building mounties behind him, and he's going to flank with those. Probably get quite a bit of damage there, because mech destroyers are terrible against them. However, he doesn't seem to have RVA with him, which just would have been perfect to smash that army. Looks like RVA is responding, but just a bit too late. My strike mechs are getting to be quite a lot. We've got this wee forward now. We're getting out bounty hunters. I'm probably just in fear that there's Jedi coming out of these two, given what kind of races they are, and the fact we've not really seen any substantial units out of them. Running the strike mechs in just to get a lot of damage in. Make sure that they just never get their economies going, and we can do that damage. Mech destroyers coming out. Just a nice wee decent forward. A ton of resources to spend. I think we're just in a really good spot. And we're sort of just taking the centre of the map now. Cold War still going. Definitely in RVA's favour. He's got the numbers there. And you know, he's Gungans as well. They're a lot tougher. 7+7. This is 7+5. Strike mechs in here doing a lot of damage. The thing you need to be aware of with these is you get enough attack on them, they can actually just sort of you start shooting down command centres. Managed to get a wee forward out of risk up here, with some troopers doing a bit of damage. He's got trooper recruits here. That's cool. But unfortunately, it's not going to help him against this because it's trooper tech that he's gone for, and it's strike mechs that are killing him. Finally, T4 air out of that team, but it's from the most unlikely candidate, IpMan, the forgotten warrior. He's going to just sort of have a wee tour of our bases, killing workers as he can, but it's not really going to do anything about these armies that are in theirs. And, you know, Xistenz, you know, though he's doing well on this side, he's now getting hit from the flank, and he's starting to lose his workers. Looks like RV told me to save Lazy, or responded that I've been all over the map. Brisk is pretty much just, he's done. He's got that forward, yes, he's doing that damage, but he's just got nothing at home. He won't be able to reinforce. That attack will soon sort of peter out. Xistenz starting to suffer from all sides. Once he loses this army here, he's not going to be able to reinforce it with all the workers that he's losing. That's his economy over. I'd say that this one's in the bag. Unholy's already left. There's just not really much they can do now at this point. I think this had the potential to be a better game from them if they hadn't gone so defensive at the start before they were ever really being attacked. That and just having better tech times as well. And of course, the Psycho IpMan with his crazy forward build, just not the right time for it, not on the right map. On a much slower food map that would be great, because it would take so long for the pocket to get T3 and to just send the tech units to support. So you get a lot more damage done there, and a lot more time to react defensively yourself as well. But all in all, it's been quite a good game. Unfortunately, it's the second time that I've had to, you know, to commentate this. It's certainly gone a lot quicker than the first time. Hopefully, the audio for this one sounds a lot better. As I was going to say, if there's any games that you would like me to, you know, to commentate that you've played. So I imagine, you know, the people that do watch these videos are still, you know, now and again playing games on Foodplay and Game Ranger. Just give me, you know, a wee comment there with a download link, and you know, if I can, I'll see if I can fit it into a video, providing it's actually entertaining and not just you going T4 air and smashing some noobs. I'll try to do more videos. Just I've been busy with work and stuff. You know, I've not really known, you know, what to do with these videos, and if people even gave a fuck. But you know, each sort of week or month I get a random new subscriber for some reason. So I might as well do these videos for you. If you're gonna, you know, put that effort in. So I'll try and do them. I've got 1,300 recorded games in the file, but you know, a lot of them are broken, and you know, a bunch of them will just be people, you know, fucking disconnecting after like 10 minutes and stuff. So. Any new games that are, you know, good, sort of 4v4, 3v3s, I think. I mean, I'll take some 1v1s as well if they're good, because you know, I appreciate 1v1s. I'm really good at them. I know the sort of the meta that people play on that. So I could definitely put some good insights into that. So if you've got some good 1v1s, I'll take them as well. Just an entertaining game anyway. 2v2s, I don't really give too much of a fuck about. It's just like 2 1v1s, right? It can be a bit boring. Whoever wins, the other side goes and helps the other side, and that's it. But 3v3s, 4v4s, and 1v1s tend to have their own sort of art to them, and you know, a lot more in-depth strategy. But anyway, it's just IpMan that's not going to surrender here, so I'll call the video there. As I said, I'll try to do more videos as I can. When I've got time off work maybe, or like today when I'm just procrastinating tidying my house. So like, comment and subscribe, you know, all that standard cringy YouTube rhetoric. But yeah, I'll try to do more videos for you guys. Take care, bye bye.